Welcome to SustainaML dashboard. Let's get started with uploading the dataset. Here we have chosen the heart disease dataset. Then we have an option to view the dataset insights. And here you can see the data preview and summary statistics across each feature of the dataset. It's also going to check the missing value, and at the end we have correlation heat map, where we can check the relation of each feature in dataset. For example, slope here has a negatively correlated with the old peak, and then we have an option of selecting the framework. Here we are supporting these three frameworks: FLAML, H2O, and MLJAR. You can also choose the number of their supporting algorithms. Once we select our desired algorithms, we can modify the hyperparameter of our choice. And we are also supporting the number of time budgets here, like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 120 seconds. After confirming that time budget, we are going to run the AutoML process. Once the process gets completed, we have an option to view the analysis tool. Let's see. Model leaderboard. Here we have an algorithm metric you can add or remove the framework from. Here, and also if you wanted to see any top number of algorithms, and also you can choose different matrices. Here you can see FLAML's random forest and H2O's distributed random forest are getting the same accuracy, but in terms of CO2 emissions, you can see that FLAML's random forest have higher CO2 emissions as compared to distributed random forest. Then you can also see the algorithm performance in terms of graphical representation, and again, you can choose different framework and different matrices to see the results. Then, here is a performance trend. You can compare the results in 3 terms. For example, you wanted to compare CO2 emissions with accuracy and the bubble size. You wanted to see here is F1 score. There is a feature importance. You can see which features are important for each framework and algorithms, and you can also visualize it in this bar graph. And here you can also see the impact of each hyperparameter on different frameworks and algorithms. For example, here we are seeing FLAML's random forest, and we are seeing that NEstimator has the highest impact on accuracy of FLAML, random forest algorithm. And then there is a process overview of the FLAML XGBoost. We can see the hyperparameter values that were initialized before under the process overview, and then you can see which values were applied and which values were stored and get the results based on these values. And then at the end we have the most important component. It is time budget comparison. Here we can compare the results across different time budgets. For example, we run it for the 10 seconds, and we have seen that MLJAR extra tree have highest energy consumption and highest CO2 emissions. And here we can see that MLJAR baseline achieves the better results in terms of energy consumption and CO2 emission. And then evaluation by framework, you can see which framework has achieved the best results. For example, you can see that MLJAR baseline for 10 seconds has achieved the best results. Now let's run the same framework setting for 30 seconds, and we are going to see the results difference here. Notice the difference of results on performance between different time budgets. And also you can see evaluation by time and check which framework gets the best results over different time budgets. As you can see that MLJAR baseline for both 10 and 30 seconds have achieved the best results. And then we can see evaluation by framework. And we can also see which framework have performed better. Again, MLJAR baseline has performed better as compared to H2O GLM and FLAML. One thing to notice here is that it is a multi-budget evaluation. We can see the impact on performance over different time budgets. And this helps the user to select the best ones when they are going to run the AutoML process again. Thank you.